Okay. All right. So hello everyone. This is introduction to Data 650. I hope you can hear me okay.
Yes, we
So
can.
here, yes, so here we're supposed to have three hosts. Professor Elena Gorchova, she is a UMGC faculty member since 2002, and she is a data analytics program director. She was supposed to be here, but I don't know, might be running late or anything may have happened. Professor Ozan, introduce yourself, please.
Sure. Hello, everyone. I'm the primary professor of the election. I have been teaching for 25 years and at UMGC since 2016. I'm glad to start for another exciting semester with you. I also work in the IT industry. I work as a agile project management coach. I wish everyone a very successful term. Thanks, Yana.
All right, so probably you may have met me in the earlier coursework. I'm Yelena. So basically, I'll be helping you out with technology in this course, and you will be submitting tickets. I will be also running some help sessions. All right, so you may have met me in data 610 or maybe data 630. And you know, right now, no 610, there are changes in the program. But anyways, in any case, so agenda, well, Professor Gorchova was going to do the big data characteristics. We're gonna do some data 650 course overview, how to get help with technology and miscellaneous, what you need to do for week one and etc. Right? So you know that big data just grows, right? So some examples that you're gonna see in this course is you will be working with the social media, right? You see some example like sentiment analysis. You're gonna see, well, the thing is that you notice that you cannot store everything on our PC, right? So the work that you're gonna be doing this semester is on the cloud. You'll be working IBM Cloud. And your first week, you're gonna need to create your IBM Cloud account. This is very important step, guys. Please, please don't miss it. You need to start, you'll need to create an account as soon as possible. You're not gonna use it for the first 2 weeks, right? The first assignment is gonna be the theoretical, but you must get if there's any technical issue, right, that requires me contacting IBM or anything like that, you want to do it as soon as possible, okay? So this is Professor Gorchover's slides, but remember that, and you're gonna see it in the reading. Key characteristics of big data is a volume, right? Processing complexity and data structure. You have greater variety of data structures that you're gonna analyze, right? So remember that you have a structural, semi-structural, and unstructural data. So just remember that piece. And also you're gonna be covering AI and more, right? So this is first slide. I'm just gonna go ahead and skip, right? And this piece, this is also in the readings. So I'm gonna go ahead and skip, but you know that, right? Structured data, when it's just a table, right? You have quasi-structured and you have unstructured. Unstructured is a text, right? Semi-structured is sort of kind of has a structure like an XML, but not quite, right? So this is just natural language processing, right? So the whole idea is gonna be you ask a question in a natural language and you get the answer, right? So, well, I'm gonna skip this. It's a contemporary AI slide. I'm just gonna skip it. Professor Gorchova is gonna discuss it's her part. Okay. Now we're gonna go to here.
Maybe
Well,
we can talk
Professor
about.
Ozan, go ahead.
Yeah. So yeah, for the previous slides, we are going to have a lot of lecture notes already. Maybe we can post others recordings, but for this slide, like a data 650 is a, let's say, a competency-based course. So when we are grading the assignments, the if you submit the basic requirements, you definitely get like a 90, 91 points. But you should go a little bit more than the basic requirements. It's like maybe like a more detailed descriptions, maybe applying more like a different tools so that you can get like a full grade, so almost close to 100. So it's on like a based on, we say the grades are based on what you can do, not to like what you know. And we have four major sections. So we have four major assignments, and we also have for each major section, we have four online discussions. Like a weeks between the major assignments have activities. So we have like a ungraded exercises. We have some quizzes, we have some small graded assignments. We also have some kind of some tutorials. But for every main section, Yelena is going to have us a help session. So right before you start your assignment 1, assignment 2, Yelena will going to go over requirements or an example assignment, and she's going to give you very good, very detailed help session, okay, over at this 1 hour. So you can join, you can ask your questions if you get ready. But otherwise, she's going to go over the requirements of the assignment and some examples. So you're going to learn a lot of very useful softwares in this yeah, in this lecture. So, and these are all real and all, how can I say, industry-wide used applications. So after this class, you can literally go and, apply your real life problems or the data, real life data using these softwares in your job, in your, I don't know, okay, dissertations, wherever it is applicable. And also, we have these discussion boards. We are going to ask very useful questions, which you can use in the class, also which you can use outside. So try to participate early so that other people read your discussion post. And also you can learn from the others. We also use these discussion boards for the networking opportunity as well. In like a first, like a discussion post we introduce ourselves, right? You will see a lot of people from different industries. So read from their posts, learn from their posts, meet with them. Also, share your experiences, share your knowledge so that other people learn from you.
This slide is about MSDA program past awards. So this happened before COVID. Well, basically, there have been some, we used to use the Watson Analytics software, where the students had to prepare a project on a specific topic. And then, well, they had more than 300 teams worldwide. And our UMGC team, 1 year we won the second place, another year we got first and third, and another year we got fourth. So basically those are some winners in here. They're listed here. Those are the past competitions. So and in the future, maybe if we have another opportunity, you're gonna know, right? But that was right before COVID, and there was an opportunity to, when we got the second place, we went to Malaysia to the IBM conference and presented our findings. I was a coach. I coached the team, and I went with them that year. All right.
Yes.
So this,
So
yes,
these are
yes, that's
all
the
like a real, like a how we applied this, all these softwares and this like a learning into real world and get all these awards. Like a very good examples.
yeah. Back to you, Professor Razan.
Thank you so much. Again, I mentioned about the four major sections and four major assignments. So in the first week is our first section. So we are going to learn big data and Hadoop. and we are going to learn analytics on Hadoop. So like you know, you will be learning and you will gonna complete the assignment one at the end of the second week. 3, 4, 5, and 6 are the another big section. You're going to learn Spark. In this fourth week, you're going to submit the Spark tutorial, which is another written assignment, small assignment, but still it's a very good assignment. Then you're going to submit your assignment due at the end of the sixth week. So you will be learning Spark and Spark SQL here. So it's an amazing experience for you.
Oh, there is a question, Professor Ozan. Well, regarding the live sessions, it's going to be announced, okay? Well, it may not be on Wednesday because there's some Wednesday when I'm doing a session for Data 605, which used to be 610. So it's not going to be always on Wednesday, but we're going to do our best to announce. Okay, there will be week when it's going to be Tuesday, sometimes Thursday. So we're going to let you know, okay? No worries. Well, sometimes maybe Wednesday, but it will be announced. It's a question in the chat, Professor Ozan.
Yeah,
Okay, go
yeah,
ahead.
thank you. Yeah, this is like an overview. We're going to announce well in advance so that you can get ready and join live and ask your questions. Yeah, like a seventh, eighth, and ninth week is then like a third main section here. So, and you will be learning sentimental analysis. So you're going to submit your sentimental analysis tutorial, and you're going to submit assignment 3 on ninth week. And again, at every main section has their own discussion board as well. And finally, in the last final section, you're going to learn chatbots. As you know, like whenever you go to a website, you see a lot of chatbots, right? So you're going to create an actual one. So you're going to we're going to work on the data. You're going to create chatbots, okay, and then a final 12th week is this due for the assignment 4. And again, before every major assignments, we are going to have walkthrough. We are going to have live sessions. Yes. And it's like talk about more like in detail here. Then the first assignment is about H-based. The second assignment is about Spark. Third assignment is about the sentimental analysis. And fourth one is about chatbots using AI Watson.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, there is like
Yelena, we couldn't hear you. We couldn't
oh,
hear you.
for assignment 2, there is a pre-assignment, so you must complete that for assignment 2 to be unlocked, and same for the 3.
Right. So Spark tutorial and sentimental analysis tutorial, those small assignments needs to be completed so that those second and third main assignments get available for you, become available. Then grading, you know, you will see a very good requirements details for every assignment. So again, you know, if you submit the the basic requirements, you will get 85, 90, 91. But if you want to go beyond that, like you need to put more details, you need to use more discussion tools. Maybe you need to look at from a different perspective. Maybe you're going to need to make a more depth and analysis. Right, definitely. And a discussion board worth each of them like a 3 points. So if you want to get a full grade from discussion boards, please also put like a little bit different perspective, ask a question, try to involve early. So and please take it serious and make sure that you submit all your discussion boards so that you don't miss any points from there as well.
Oh, that one is about the O'Reilly chapters. So if you go to your classroom, right? Is it this browser? Yes. So if you go to the classroom here, and if you go under, I'm gonna switch to your view. Okay, so if you go to the classroom, this is a classroom, right? If you go to content here, do you see if you go and then you go to the this is the course content. So you have weeks 1 through 2. I noticed that you have some nice chapters, right? Or early chapters. So how do you access it? So this is a, for example, this is a chapter 1, right? So when you click here, it's taking you to another site. This is O'Reilly site. And what you need to select is probably you need to select not listed here, right? If you don't see our university in here, you can just ignore this drop down and click here not listed, right? But then what you need to do is you need to type your academic email here, which is going to be your student email that ends with student.umgc.edu, and then click on let's go, right? So that's what you'll need to do. And it's going to take you to the chapter, to the readings. All right. I just wanted to point that out. All right. So let's move on. Next one is, oh, this one is about getting help with the software. So this is a classroom, right? And in a classroom, you have this section here, help with technology software, right? Here are the instructions, but you're gonna click and there's gonna be a form, and I need to give you a heads up. There are gonna be some changes to that form because this semester they added new classes, all right? 605 and etc. So there are gonna be changes to the drop down. But for you here, what you need to do is make sure that you select the correct option. This is the UMGC virtual lab. This is the correct option. You're a student, right? So subtype, it's gonna be the data analytics, right? Because that's our program data. And then you're gonna make sure, so this is data, right? And subtype detail, well, what you can do is you can select other. And me, when I get the ticket, I can change the detail. And the course is gonna be for you, you're gonna select data 50. See, data 50 already here. Right, when you type your session, you're gonna type the term, which is a fall, right? Then assignment name, assignment steps that you need to do. Then machine type that you use, operating system type. Here you're gonna describe, well, very important, you want to put the correct full name, right? Phone number where you can be reached, and this email needs to match the email that you have in the university system, the Salesforce, right? Here you're gonna describe the issue, and then you're gonna take screenshots of the problems and attach the screenshot. All right. So basically, you're not gonna say something like, "I cannot log into IBM Cloud." What you will need to do is you need to do the screenshot. What's happening? Is it a password problem, or did you forget your login, or you never applied the feature code? Right? You're gonna need to get the feature code. You've created an academic account type. Well, things like that. You need to specify what the issue is at, what you're trying to achieve, right? Etc. So you're gonna click on submit case. After that, you're gonna receive an email. It's gonna be the confirmation email that your case was submitted. Very important, that email has a case number. So if you have not heard for some time, when you tell instructors that you submitted the case and never heard back, make sure that you have the case number, because once in a while, if you select wrong case type, cases get lost, okay? If you didn't follow instruction, cases get lost, so I can search by case number, or if its case number is valid, or by your name, I can search the Salesforce to locate it, okay? Things happen, but make sure that you follow instructions here. And please do not call UMGC help desk. They're not gonna help you. What they do is they have a different system where they're gonna create something called pre-case, all right? So I'm not gonna see it, and it will take, it may take up to 2 business days before somebody converts it to the actual case. So you don't want to wait 2 business days, right, to get assistance. So please, please, please follow instructions here, okay? It's important. And this is just, it just tells you need to select the virtual lab case. It's extremely important. Well, those are some of the softwares that you're gonna use. You're gonna use the IBM Cloud. You're gonna use DB2, Spark, and Watson Cognitive stuff. Cloud Pack, I'm gonna show you in the next session. It's a SaaS platform on IBM Cloud. And the languages, most of you had some introduction to Python already, Python, R, and C. Yes, we still use R this semester in this course, but going forward, they're gonna be just Python in the program. All right. Well, this is just a screenshot of IBM Cloud. You're gonna see that at the top. It's gonna show your name, and then when you go to the manage my account, you should be able to see how many days you have left in the trial after apply the code successfully. Please follow the instructions, and I have to tell you this. Please do it on your home computer. Make sure that you're not connected to your employer network, that you don't have anything from your job, anything on your computer. If you use the PC to check your job email, sometimes you might run into a problem with creating an IBM Cloud account. So you may want to clear the cache, right? You may want to clear the browser history, etc. Please, 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 because we had a student who's somehow her IP address got on a bad list, and she could not create a VM Cloud account. So it was sad. But what I'm telling you, please do not use the employer network, right? Do not connect, do not use a laptop that you never brought to work, if possible, all right? Because some employers could block IBM and etc. So please, they installed some of the securities, and that security that they installed sometimes does the false positive stuff. You know what I mean, right? This is a sub-platform. This is a Watson Studio, right? So that's how it's gonna look like for your assignment two. Remember, assignment one, no software, it's theoretical, but that gives you time to make sure that you have your IBM Cloud account up and running, right? And that's gonna be the Spark tutorial, right? They're gonna be a recording on how to use the system effectively. You need to watch that because what's happening is that you're gonna be given 10 capacity hours per month, right? So you'll need to be very careful for Spark tutorial, assignment 2, sentiment analysis tutorial, and assignment 3. And there will be a very important video for you to watch. I'll show you how to get the work done without running out of hours. And we're also going to talk about this in our next session. There will be another session, maybe in 2 or 3 weeks from now. All right. Well, this is just the beginning. Long time ago, do you remember? I'm not sure how many of you watched the Jeopardy game. There was a contestant called Ken, and in fact, he is now the host of Jeopardy. So basically, he was a long time winner, but then he was competing against the Watson PC, right? And the PC won. That put the beginning of the AI, if you will, right? Uh, Here I sound like a broken record, but you're gonna see this from me and from instructor. This is what not to do. Well, keep in mind that most of the assignments, they cannot be done in one sitting. So please do not wait until the last day to start. Do not contact IBM. You need to submit the Salesforce ticket for assistance, okay? Please, unless you are instructed, don't do that. And very important, last semester we had 2 students who did not follow the instructions. I don't know what else could we do, but there is see this big sign, no credit card. There is something like that in the course content also. Please, by all means, do not enter credit card information in your IBM Cloud account, because once you do it, this cannot be undone. The whole idea is to use the academic account for this course. And then you'll not only be responsible for incurred charges, but the big part of the problem is the instructions are written for the academic version. See what I'm saying? So if I don't have the paid version, how am I going to help you? No way, right? So please don't do that. And do not deactivate your account, right? And do not let your account expire, because expired account cannot be reinstated. If you had an IBM Cloud account in the past, and if it expired, no days left, do not attempt to apply the feature code to expired account. You want to submit the ticket and I'll work with you on a workaround. So you're going to discuss options. But please, do not apply the IBM Cloud code to expired account, because you get only one code per academic year. You're going to lose the code and you won't be able to reinstate the account. What you need to do is submit the ticket. If you submit the ticket to Salesforce, and I'll work with you. There is a workaround, but I don't want to discuss it right now. I'll discuss it only if it applies to your case, okay? But please, within the first 2 weeks, it's due next week, right? But try to get it as soon as possible. Get your IBM Cloud account, because sometimes we may need to sit down and have a screen share with you. You know, sometimes there are issues, okay? There are issues sometimes. So we want to have it resolved by the time when you need to actually do the assignment IBM Cloud, right?
Folks, what
So,
Elena said is very true. Even though we announced multiple times, we still had a lot of folks used credit cards, created UMGC ticket, called IBM help desk. Please follow the directions. If you read our announcements, if you read these slides, you're going to be it's going to be very easy for you. So look, at all the softwares that we use here is completely free. You don't need to pay anything. You don't need to call anybody else. You just need Yelena's help, and that's it. And she already showed you how to create a ticket. We're also going to have other announcements to show how to create ticket. And Yelena responds like very quickly. If she doesn't respond, that means there is something wrong. You submitted a wrong ticket or wrong way. So just go and read the announcement, how to submit a ticket, and follow the directions very well. Then that ticket will go to Yelena very quickly, and she's going to reply you very quickly.
and if I don't have an answer at the moment, tell you, because sometimes some issues.
Yelena, can you please get a little bit closer to the microphone?
Some issues may require research. So if it's the case, I'll tell you, okay? An instructor will know, because the changes on IBM Cloud happen as we speak, right? So maybe in the middle of the assignment, Spark goes down, right? So it's happened. So I'm asking you, please live by 24-hour rule. So you try to finish the assignment 24 hours in advance. Why? Because at the end, what happens? Code stops working, big thunderstorm, power outage. I don't know, but you don't want the minor crisis, something like that, have an impact on your assignment, right? And see, big problem here is that suppose that you get an extension, just assume you got an extension. What happens? It gives you less time for next assignment. And then you get another extension that gives you less time for next assignment. But unfortunately, the semester has a fixed end date, so you're stuck, right? You need to do ungraded exercises, because on the next assignment, whatever now is ungraded, you may see something different, something along this line, but graded. It might be, for example, if it's a query, you might be asked to write a similar query on different data. Well, you'll see what I mean. When you get to sentiment analysis tutorial, there will be some ungraded SQL that you need to do, right? And that piece, DB2, does not consume capacity hours. So there, you're going to have ungraded SQL exercises, but then there will be graded exercises, something similar on a different data for assignment 3. So that's a fair game, okay? Read course announcements, submit cases, and please make sure that your email in the classroom is up to date, because if the email in the classroom is not the email that you're checking, then instructor cannot get a hold of you, and then you're not getting the latest updates, right? And this is just where to pose the question. If you have a question about the due dates, general question about the reading, about the course material, that goes to the classroom, right? And syllabus questions, etc. Then there is a discussion thread for the broken links. Once in a while, content moves, things happen, right? So there is a place to post to inform instructor about broken links, and it will be addressed as soon as possible. But if you have an IBM cloud issue, if you need an assistance with the software, if you need an assistance with the code that you're writing, need help with ungraded exercises, any software related questions, etc., you need to submit the ticket, okay? Well, when I say major discrepancy between instructions, well, sometimes, for example, if the button has a different color, button has a different shape, this is not a major discrepancy. But major discrepancy may be when extra step is required, etc. So then I'm gonna take a look into it and do what I can do, right? When you have questions about the data you're using, technical issues go to where? Salesforce. But if you have a confidential question that is about your specific grade, or something like some students, it happens, need accommodations, things like that, confidential information that only your instructor needs to know, goes to instructor email, right? Make sense? Also, what you want to do is in the classroom, you might want to set the notifications. So see like here, right? If you look at your account, there is something called notifications. So basically what happens is you may choose to receive notification when new announcement is posted, right? You may choose to receive notification when your work is graded, etc. So take a look at that and take advantage of this, okay? Like when something new is posted, etc. So here there are some notifications that you may choose to receive. And of course, if your email address in a classroom is not the latest, then you're in trouble. You're not gonna be getting notifications and you're gonna miss the announcements, okay? But take advantage of that, please. Right? And also another thing is this: they don't teach it in a Leo in a tutorial, but suppose that you don't remember where something is located. Do you see the search here? Right? So if you don't know where Salesforce form, see this, I can run a search and it's gonna give me locations in the classroom in the course content where something appears. See that? Something like that, see? It's gonna give you the locations in the classroom where what you search for is referenced. So this is just a feature in Leo that they don't explicitly show you when they introduce it to the system, but I showed you here. So if you don't remember where something is, you can run the search here. All right, I just showed you as an extra since we have time. Okay, Professor Rozan, anything else you want to say?
All good. All good.
And questions, guys. Please post it. Please ask your questions now in the chat, or you can unmute yourself since it's only two of us.
Maybe I can add that, like
Hmm?
we make a lot of announcements, but these announcements are really very detailed, and it's going to give you a lot of directions to complete your assignments on time with no any issue, get all the technical supports you need about the assignments requirements. So please follow the announcements and the guidelines that Yelena shared during the help sessions. Because, for example, we have one software that you have like a kind of limited time to use. So if you don't follow the directions, you can consume your time so quick, and you cannot use that software again, maybe for a long time. So announcements and the guidelines, instructions are very important. So please read the announcements, please read the guidelines, and follow them. Otherwise, it's going to be much harder. It's also you may have some technical difficulties as well. When you have a question related to softwares, please create a ticket for Yelena. If you have questions about assignment requirements, about the grading or your grades or discussion board, please send me an email. We are going to respond within 24 hours.
Guys, any questions? Well, the only questions I had about the days for the session. I'm gonna try to do my best to
Please get a little bit closer, Yelena. Yeah, we missed that.
So next one is gonna be on the spot. Okay? Remember, do not install anything. Please do not install anything. Some people are trying to install Hadoop. No, we're not doing it. The first assignment is theory.
Right. We have a hot mic, Calvin.
Yeah, I had a question.
Okay, go ahead.
I put in the chat. I was just curious if you have expectations around length of assignments. In courses past for this master's, I've had professors who say like 6 pages or less and work really hard to condense that information in 6 pages. I've also had professors who expect papers between 15 and 20 pages when you lay out and do your code walkthrough and such. Do you have like any suggestions or guidelines for what your expectations are?
I don't remember exact our assignment questions if you have any page restrictions, but more than the page number, Calvin, the content is much more important for me. You know, like I need my students to look at from different perspective, maybe use from additional tools, and just not post the result of a software. Make a comment on that. Again, create some critical discussions. It's just going to be much more important for me than the size.
That's fair. And then if you did have specific requirements, I'm assuming they'd be on the assignments.
Right. That's true.
Okay.
If there's a specific requirements, you're going to see in the requirements, some requirements file. Yelena, we cannot hear you.
Oh, we don't want you to not answer certain question because you hit the size limit, see? That's the thing. It's
Right.
quality over quantity,
Right.
okay? Does it make sense? Do you hear me now?
Yes, we can. Yes,
it's quality over quantity.
Right. That's true, yeah. Another question, folks. Again, we are not installing anything to our computers, right? So everything is on cloud. Everything is free. You need to follow the announcements so that you don't have any technical difficulties, and don't create any tickets to UMGC help desk or IBM help desk. All the software questions only go to Yelena. No anybody responds to.
Yes.
I know we said multiple times, but you will still see students putting credit cards and calling the IBM help desk. You will see that. But please follow the guidelines.
Oh, another thing is the work originality. Please do not share your work with the classmates, and please do not submit your classmates work, the past students' work, because Turnitin is gonna catch.
Right. So I'm sure you heard the Turnitin. Turnitin check the originality. Turnitin check now the AI responses. Like please, if you use any kind of outside website, read it and write with your own words.
Yep. Because if you write your papers, copy and paste from the web, you know the problem, right? It's a big problem. Don't do that, please. I was a student also, so please don't do that. I never did it, but I've seen people do it, and they ended up repeating the course. You know what I'm talking about. And if they get a chance to repeat, they're lucky. It used to be stricter on plagiarism.
That's true. Any
Yeah.
other question, folks?
No other questions? Well, if there are no other questions, we're gonna call it a night, right?
That's true.
Okay, and I'm gonna pause this. I'm gonna give you this recording, and you will pause this recording and slides. All right?
That's true.
Okay, so we're gonna stop sharing and end the recording.